So, you want to find true love, huh? A soulmate. A ride or die. Someone who gets your obscure memes, remembers your coffee order, and doesn't get annoyed when you spend 45 minutes choosing the perfect filter for your breakfast. Cute. Really cute. And naturally, the best place to look for that deep, meaningful connection is social media. Because nothing screams emotional intimacy like a blue checkmark and a thirst trap with 2,000 likes. Let's just start with the obvious. Dating used to be about awkward conversations, weird silences, and the pure terror of making a phone call. Now it's swiping through an endless catalog of humans like you're shopping for a throw pillow. Oh, this one's cute, let's add to cart. Never mind, he posted a gym selfie with motivational quotes. Cancelled. But hey, it's not your fault. You were raised on fairy tales and Wi-Fi. Of course you think your future spouse is just one scroll away. You've been conditioned to believe that if your relationship isn't as adorable as that TikTok couple who does synchronized dances and calls each other Bubba, it's probably broken. Spoiler, it's not. You're just comparing your relationship to a highlight reel of two people who probably argued about dishwasher placement 5 minutes before filming. Social media didn't just move the goalposts. It set the whole field on fire. Let's talk about DMs. Once upon a time, sliding into someone's DMs was just called stalking. Now it's an art form. A sacred ritual. You have to craft the perfect message, funny, flirty, casual, but not too casual. Bonus points if you reply to an Instagram story with something witty. Triple points if you do it using just the right emoji combo. But God forbid you use the wrong one. The crying laughing face? Boomer behavior. The skull emoji? Certified Gen Z approved. The wrong emoji is basically emotional Russian roulette. And if you manage to get a reply, congratulations. Now begins the talking stage. Ah yes, the romantic purgatory where two people text for weeks, sometimes months, sharing memes, trauma bonding, and making fake plans to hang out, only to ghost each other after a minor inconvenience like they breathed weird or they replied with LOL instead of LMAO. But it's fine. Really. Because if it doesn't work out, you can just start over. The algorithm will provide. You are never truly alone. There are always more options, more faces, more carefully curated profiles that scream look how cool and emotionally available I am, right before disappearing for 3 days because they needed a break from their phone. It's a buffet of romantic possibilities. And just like a buffet, it gives you the illusion of abundance while slowly poisoning your soul. Let's talk about posting. Because apparently, if you don't post your significant other, it means you're hiding them. But if you post too much, you're being cringe. If you post them with a filter, you're insecure. Without a filter, bold move, you must be in love. And God help you if you ever delete a couple photo, it's not just a breakup anymore, it's a public service announcement. The internet will notice. They'll dissect it. Your aunt will call you. Your ex will like a post from 6 months ago just to mess with your head. And suddenly your love life isn't a personal journey, it's a press release. Let's also not forget the constant comparison. Because why enjoy your perfectly normal, functional relationship when you could feel inadequate instead? Why be happy with your partner bringing you soup when you're sick, when Chad from TikTok just flew his girlfriend to Paris because she sneezed twice? You think you're in love, but then you scroll for 5 minutes and suddenly you're questioning everything. Why haven't we gone on a picnic at sunset? Why didn't they write me a handwritten poem in calligraphy? Why does their couple playlist have Coldplay and mine has 3 songs from the GTA soundtrack? And before you know it, you're doom scrolling through Pinterest boards titled Things I Deserve in a Relationship made by someone who's been single since Vine died. But let's not pretend it's all social media's fault. I mean, sure, it's basically a digital slot machine for attention, affection, and mild dopamine surges. But also, we're kind of addicted. And by kind of, I mean completely. We can't even make eye contact on dates anymore. You could be telling someone about your childhood trauma, and they'll still glance at their phone mid-sentence because they got a notification from Duolingo. Because apparently, maintaining a 13-day streak in French is more urgent than your unresolved father issues. Even flirting has changed. Used to be you'd send a mixtape or pass a note in class. Now you just like their story from 87 weeks ago and pray they get the hint. And if they don't, you pretend it was an accident. Gaslight, gatekeep, ghost. And let's be honest, half of dating now is just a weird game of social media chess. You liked her post. She liked yours. You watched his story. He watched yours. You sent a reel. He left you on read. Checkmate. You lose. Want to make someone fall in love with you? Forget flowers and handwritten letters. Just wait exactly 17 minutes to reply to their text. Post a fire selfie looking mysteriously unbothered. Maybe throw in a quote about knowing your worth just for good measure. Boom. Emotional manipulation, level expert. And don't even get me started on the obsession with being seen. Like, if your date doesn't tag you on their story, did it even happen? If no one on your feed comments couple goals, are you even in a relationship? Are you two dating, or are you just coexisting until one of you finds someone with better lighting? Also, let's acknowledge how weird it is that we can now track, analyze, and dissect every move our partners make online. You saw them online at 2:03 a.m. But they said they were sleeping. Interesting. They liked someone's photo? Suspicious. They followed a new account? Treason. Love in the age of social media is less about trust and more about becoming a part-time FBI agent with a minor in digital forensics. But hey, don't worry. You can always take advice from influencers who've been in 12 relationships this year and have a podcast called something like Modern Love Vibes. They'll teach you that boundaries are important, but only if they make you look mysterious. That communication is key, but also, never double text. That you should do the work on yourself, by which they mean reading one quote about healing and reposting it on your story in beige font. And this is the real tragedy: we are more connected than ever, but lonelier than a sock without a pair. We have thousands of followers, but no one to call when we're crying in the dark because our situationship ended with a you up, turning into a scene. We're told we have endless options, but none of them feel real. We chase validation and likes, attention and comments, and intimacy through screens. We confuse attraction with compatibility. We swipe through people like TikToks, quickly, thoughtlessly, and with a short attention span that would make a goldfish concerned. So yeah, social media is ruining your love life. Slowly, sneakily, with a filter and a cute caption. And the worst part? You kind of like it. You like the game. The drama. The tiny dopamine hits from a notification. You like feeling wanted by strangers more than you like feeling seen by someone who actually knows you. But hey, don't worry. If this video makes you uncomfortable, just scroll past it. Watch a cat do backflips. Save a reel called How to Manifest Love in 2025. Repost a quote about healing your inner child. And remember, as long as you're online, you're never really alone. Just slightly, perpetually, emotionally unavailable. Good luck out there. And may the algorithm bless you with someone who replies faster than a week later and doesn't think LOL is an appropriate response to I think I like you. If this hit a little too close to home, or at least made you laugh while questioning your entire love life, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I post more brutally honest, slightly sarcastic takes on life, love, and whatever else the internet is currently ruining. Hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and let's keep pretending we have it all figured out, together.